Rumpelstiltskin. Once there was a miller who was very poor, but he had a very beautiful daughter. He was so proud of his daughter that one day he spoke to the king about her.
Your Majesty, I have a daughter who can spin gold out of ordinary straw.
That is strange. Bring her to my castle tomorrow, and I shall meet your daughter.
Yes, Your Majesty, I will.
Early the next morning, the miller and his daughter made their way to the castle. The girl looked lovely. She wore a gold necklace and a ruby ring, but she was very, very sad. "Oh, father, I am afraid. You know that I can't spin gold from straw."
Don't worry, my daughter. The king will find you so beautiful. He will forget all about the straw and will want to marry you.
But how wrong he was. The king really wanted the girl to spin gold from straw. When the miller and the girl arrived, the king took the girl to a room which was full of straw. He gave her a spinning wheel and a reel.
Now, get to work. If you have not spun this straw into gold by morning, you shall die.
He locked the door, and she was all alone. She had no idea what to do. She felt so helpless that she began to cry. "How can I spin all this straw into gold? I can hardly even spin at all." Suddenly the door opened, and a funny little man came in.
Good evening, miller's daughter. Why are you crying?
"Oh, I have to spin gold out of straw, and I don't know how to do it."
Well, well. What will you give me if I do it for you?
"My necklace." So she took off the necklace and gave it to the little man. He sat down before the wheel and whir, 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 3 times round, and the wheel was full of gold. And so it went on till the morning, when all the straw had become pure gold. "Oh, thank you very much. I could never have done it without you."
It's nothing, my dear.
So saying, the little man left. At sunrise, the king came. When he saw the gold, he was astonished and very pleased.
That is wonderful, my dear. Now let's see what more you can do.
The king led the girl into another room with twice as much straw as in the first room.
In the morning, I will come back. Don't fail me.
"Oh dear, what can I do? It is impossible. There is so much straw." The girl cried again. Then the door opened, and the little man again appeared, smiling at her.
What will you give me if I help you once more?
"The ring on my finger." The little man took the ring and put it on his finger. Then he sat down and started to spin. little man spun all night and made the straw into gold. In the morning, he left. The king was very pleased with this girl. He thought to himself,
Even though she is a miller's daughter, I could not find a richer wife in the world.
He took her into another room, which was filled to the ceiling with straw.
If you spin all this straw into gold, I will marry you and make you my queen. But if you fail, unfortunately, you will have to die.
As soon as the girl was alone, the little man appeared.
What will you give me if I help you this time?
I have nothing left to give you.
Let me see. I know what I want. Promise me, after you are queen, your first child.
She could think of nothing to do, so she said, I promise to give you my first child. Before long, the spinning wheel was whirring again, and all the straw turned into gold. The king kept his promise, and the miller's beautiful daughter became queen. Time passed quickly, and the queen had her first baby. She loved the child very much and forgot all about her promise to give this baby to the little man. Suddenly, one day, the funny little man came into her room.
Now, give me this baby.
The queen was terrified and said, I promise you all the riches in the land if you let me have my child. But the little man refused.
No, I would rather have a living baby than all the treasures of the world.
The queen began to weep, and the little man felt sorry for her.
I will give you 3 days. During that time, you must guess my name. If you can't, the child is mine.
The queen tried to think of all the names that she had ever heard. When the little man came the next day, she repeated all the names. Casper, Melchior, Balthazar. But after each, the little man said,
No, that is not my name.
The second day, the queen sent her servants all over the kingdom to find the most unusual names. Cow ribs, sheepshanks, spider legs.
No, that is not my name.
Finally, on the third day, a servant came to her.
I cannot find any more new names. But as I passed through the woods, I came to a big hill. Near it was a little house, and in front of it a fire was burning. And around the fire, a ridiculous little man was dancing and singing.
Tomorrow, at last, the child is mine, ha ha, because nobody knows I'm Rumpelstiltskin.
The queen was very happy to hear those words. Soon the little man walked in.
Now, Your Majesty, what is my name?
I think it's, Conrad.
Wrong.
Maybe it's Harry.
Wrong again. One more time is all you get.
Then it must be Rumpelstiltskin. The little man's face turned red with anger.
The devil told you that! The devil told you that!
He stamped on the earth with such force that his whole body sank in. And that was the end of Rumpelstiltskin.